A vast majority of countries in the world today identify as republics. These are countries with a ruling government, usually elected by the people, which takes decisions and runs the daily affairs of a country. But despite living in the 21st century, we still have many countries ruled not by an elected government, but rather headed by a single person. These are called monarchies, and in today's video we will learn more about monarchies, what it really means, and figure out why we still have over 40 monarchies in the world. But before that, remember to hit that like and subscribe button to show support for the channel. With that, let's start. Monarchy is officially defined as a country or region which has an individual as the head of state. When you think about a monarch, most likely you're thinking about Queen Elizabeth II, arguably one of the most popular monarchs in the world. At the age of 95, she is now the longest serving British monarch in history, having ascended to the throne in 1952 at the age of 25. She now serves as the head of state for 16 countries, including the United Kingdom, Canada, Australia, New Zealand, and Papua New Guinea. But the Queen only acts as a ruler, as almost all countries that are part of the royal family's kingdom have their own functioning democracies. So her rule is more of a symbolic gesture acknowledged by these countries. She is what we call a constitutional monarch. Monarchies are of different types. While each country and their ruler is different, the 40 or so countries which have monarchs running their affairs can be broadly classified into two categories: constitutional and absolute. The 16 countries for which Queen Elizabeth serves as the head of state are constitutional monarchies. Such countries usually have a parliament and heads are elected based on an electoral process. Interestingly, more than 90% of all monarchies today are constitutional. They might differ slightly based on whether or not the head of state has executive powers or just a ceremonial role. Examples of this, other than the Commonwealth nations, are Bhutan, Bahrain, Jordan, Kuwait, Scandinavian region, and others. What's surprising is the existence of absolute monarchies. These are countries which are ruled by one individual who has full control over legislative, judicial, and executive branches of governance. There are 7 such monarchies in the world. The most successful of all is the Vatican, ruled by the Pope himself. Others include countries like Brunei, Qatar, Saudi Arabia, and Oman. While some of these countries, like Brunei, struggle with human rights and poverty, others like UAE and Saudi Arabia are trying to change their image to become more of a global economy with significant investments in tourism and infrastructure. Monarchy as a concept is not new. This is because a vast majority of countries used to be monarchies. There are very few countries which were founded as a republic, like the United States. At the start of the 20th century, France, Switzerland, and San Marino were the only 3 countries to have a republic form of government. Over the next century, presidents and prime ministers replaced kings across the continent to make Europe mostly republic. With only 40 monarchies left, it does beg the question of their use. What really is the role of a monarch in today's global multicultural world? One of the most important roles is charity. The British royal family has given more than $1 billion in charity till date and is associated with more than 300 charities worldwide. Royal families also help preserve the national culture and history. They are also the diplomatic face of their nations. Meeting and hosting heads of states of other countries and maintaining cultural relations is a big part of being a monarch. Traditionally, a monarch's decision in a constitutional setting has always aligned with the government. They do have the right to disagree and change a law passed by the government, but these laws can be changed to remove the monarch's authority altogether. Monarchies might be a thing of the past, and today may only remain as a symbol of governance, but their role in diplomacy, cultural preservation, and philanthropy is still considered important. And while we still have 40 monarchs at present, it might just be a matter of time that this number declines. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, do drop in a like and subscribe for the channel. Thank you for watching.